I watched the first episode of Oda Cinnamon Nobunaga. It's just Cinnamon Nobunaga. Anyway, I explained what it is in the first impressions video, but I'll lay it out one more time. It's just there's a warlord in 16th century Japan named Oda Nobunaga, and he died, and he got reincarnated as a dog. And so did a bunch of other warlords, and they hang out at the dog park. They talk about being warlords as dogs. What happened though? Okay, so it shows him in 16th century, and how there was a rebellion and it killed him, and then he was like talking to a statue of Buddha like, it would probably be entertaining to be reincarnated as a lowly dog in my next life. And then he does get reincarnated as a lowly dog, and he was like, shit, it was a joke. I was just trying to be cool, fam. Seriously, I was just trying to be cool. He was like, damn, I should have said I actually just want to be myself again and try and take over the world. But, it happened. So he's a dog. I didn't like a lot of the jokes about him being a dog. They weren't that funny to me. I don't get a lot of the jokes about the history because I don't know a lot of Japanese history. Probably anyone watching this video doesn't either. I know enough to get some of it, to get the premise. But I don't know any of the figures. I just know Oda Nobunaga. He's like the most famous one. Anyway, so he's a dog. Goes to the dog park, meets a bunch of dogs. And they talk about the least offensive and most intriguing part of the show was all the dogs like thinking about they're all giving their opinion on who really killed Oda Nobunaga in his past life. But they don't really get a conclusive answer. The episode ends with some weirdo, some guy, who they think is... So Oda Nobunaga thinks this one guy killed him. We'll call him Blue, because he wore blue clothes in the pictures. Oda Nobunaga thinks Blue killed him in his past life, and they're pretty sure they just found Blue reincarnated, but he's like the only one who's not a dog. He's an actual guy who's the same age as Oda Nobunaga's owner, who is a high school girl. This guy's like a high school boy, and he sees Oda Nobunaga in the dog park, and he goes over and he chases him down and he grabs him, and Oda Nobunaga's like, oh no, he's gonna kill me again in this life. And then he just like squeezes him and says, I love you. Like, oh, that's a little weird. And that's where the episode ends. I was like, yep. 4 out of 10, poor. I'm, like I said in the first impressions video, I'm dreading having to watch another, but they're worse. This is one of the worst animes this season, but it's not like... This season's pretty good as far as anime goes. This one's bearable. It's kind of boring. That's what you don't get a lot of the jokes, and it's quite boring. So I wouldn't recommend this to anyone who isn't a history buff on Japanese history. So yeah, 4 out of 10 for this episode. I don't think the anime's... I mean, they got 11 more episodes of this shit, so I think it's only going to get worse. So for now, 4 out of 10. We'll see where they go next week. See ya.